Red Bull's junior program, the so-called Red Bull Junior team, is one of the most successful ones in all of motorsport. Since its inception in 2001, it's brought forth two four-time F1 world champions in Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. But don't forget about race winners like Daniel Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz Jr., Pierre Gasly, or the likes of Daniel Kvyat and two-time Formula E champion Jean-Eric Vergne, who all started out at Red Bull as well. In this week's GPFans Special, we look ahead at what the future holds for the junior team and what drivers currently stand out and that we might see in F1 in a few years. Red Bull have a lot of young talents littered throughout the many categories worldwide. Of course, only a few, if that, will ever make it into F1. Today, we're looking at 5 top contenders who we think stand out from the pack and could go all the way to the top, not just to F1, but to Red Bull's main team. Before we look at the drivers, we need to talk about the super license, which you need in order to compete in Formula 1. We often hear about the super license, but what exactly do you have to do to get one? Number 1 is that you have to be 18 years old, although an exception can be made for this under exceptional circumstances. Then you have to pass a theory exam, have driven 80% of 2 seasons in single-seater categories, and the most important requirement, score 40 super license points within the last 3 seasons of any FIA racing category. You get 40 points by finishing in the top 3 in the Formula 2 Championship, for example, but also if you win the IndyCar title. Formula E and Formula 3 champions, on the other hand, get only 30 points, as does the Japanese Super Formula champion. Ayumu Iwasa, who is currently competing in Super Formula, already got a taste of Formula 1 machinery this season. Iwasa is Red Bull's reserve driver. He started karting in Japan at the age of 4 and won the Suzuka Karting Championship back in 2014. He continued racing in Japanese F4 and Asian Formula Renault, winning the Suzuka Racing School Championship in 2019. A year later, he was included in the Honda Formula Dream project and convincingly won the French F4 Championship, which earned him a spot on the Red Bull Junior team in 2021. Iwasa enjoyed successes in F3 and F2, including victories in Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Australia, and Monaco. In his debut year in F2, he finished 5th. In 2023, he finished 4th. In 2024, he made the switch to Japanese Super Formula with Team Mugen, where, in addition to his work at Red Bull and Racing Bulls, he is currently still active. Arvid Lindblad is considered the biggest Red Bull talent since Max Verstappen and has been racing in Formula 2 since this year. The teenager won the sprint race in Jeddah last month after Richard Verschoor was awarded a 5-second time penalty. This makes Lindblad, who started from P6, the youngest ever F2 winner at the age of just 17. For now, the Swedish Breton's career has been stellar. In 2024, he became F3 Rookie of the Year after finishing P4 in the standings. To have enough super license points for F1, Dr. Helmut Marko sent Lindblad to the Formula Regional Oceania Championship over the winter, which he won with ease. Lindblad turns 18 in August, so only then would he be allowed to drive in Formula 1, and this seems to be the plan in the near future. Then there is the young Frenchman who has already made his debut in Formula 1 with Red Bull's sister team, Isaac Hadjar. His first race ended before it even started on the formation lap, but since then he has managed to impress despite already having had 2 different teammates. Like many other talents, Hadjar started in karting and moved to Formula Cars in 2019. He took wins and a podium in his debut season in French F4 and raced in the 2021 Formula Regional European Championship. After a 4th place in the 2022 F3 standings, he was included in the Red Bull Junior team and stepped up to F2, again with Hightech, with whom he had also previously worked. In 2 seasons of F2, Hadjar managed to win 5 times. His 2023 season was a shade worse with just 1 podium, but he did get to drive his first free practice sessions in a Formula 1 car in Mexico for AlphaTauri and in Abu Dhabi for Red Bull Racing. Thanks to his good relationship with Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko and his staunch efforts within the junior program, he finally got that coveted call of being invited to enter Formula 1 in 2025. Whether he is ready for the main team remains to be seen this season, but Hadjar is already showing that he is very much worth his salt. Another F2 driver with a big presence this season is Josep Maria Martí, better known as Pepe Martí. Martí has been part of the Red Bull Junior team since 2023 and only began his motorsport career in 2017 in karting. In 2021, he moved to the Formula categories, and last year he made his debut in Formula 2. That started strongly right away. Both races during the opening weekend, he finished on the podium, and he was also on the podium at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. It was not long then before his first victory came at the season finale at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Yet he also suffered a lot of setbacks with no fewer than 7 DNFs. It was certainly not a flawless season. Despite that, he is in good shape this year. He currently occupies second place in the championship, just behind F2 stalwart Ricciardo Verstappen. Martí has his sights set on a Formula 1 debut in 2026. But before that, he'll have to prove one more thing, that he is an F2 title contender. Finally, the youngest driver on this list is the very young Rocco Coronel. While only in karts, the Dutchman is hailed as a big talent with huge potential, and last year he got his first chance testing in Formula 4 machinery. That test went so well, he was allowed to step straight into a GP3 car the following day, an older version of current Formula 3 cars. Helmut Marko, the man behind the Red Bull Junior program, was present at the test and was full of praise for the young driver, but Coronel himself remains level-headed about it when speaking to GPFans.
Het is echt mega moeilijk om in de Formule 1 te komen. Bijna niemand komt erin. Want er zitten nu denk ik 15 mensen in het Red Bull Junior programma en uiteindelijk komen er bij 1 of 2 gewoon net de piramide. Ja. Vallen steeds per jaar een beetje af. En dan uiteindelijk ze hebben er maar 1 of 2 nodig. Ja. En ja, daar komen ze uiteindelijk bij. En die kiezen ze, dus je moet er eigenlijk altijd voor strijden. Alles winnen wat je te winnen kan. In F4 moet je alles kunnen winnen, kampioenschap winnen. F3 alles kunnen winnen, kampioenschap winnen. F2 en dan ja, hopelijk zit je en dan ben je er.
Beside these names, drivers like Oliver Goethe and Nikola Tsolov are also knocking on the door in the Red Bull program. One thing is clear, there is plenty of talent within the Red Bull pool. Whether there is a new Verstappen among them remains to be seen though. Perhaps Red Bull will soon dare to make a move as bold as Mercedes did this year, who put Kimi Antonelli, of course, straight into the main team as soon as there was a seat available.